Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the 2-minute drill on this Tuesday, just a couple of days before Tennessee and Purdue in the Music City Bowl coming up on Thursday, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. Brent, Matthew Butler said he likes to come up here to Vanderbilt, stomp on the V, says there's nothing they can do about it than practicing here at Vanderbilt. He's kind of having some fun in this last media availability, a guy who's normally low-key, monotone, not a lot of energy, but kind of getting a nice little jab in on his way out the door.
He certainly got his jab in at the end in his final appearance. And I'll say this for Matthew Butler. I mean, he has stood in front of the media after a bunch of ugly losses and a bunch of tough moments, and he's been there. He has been a stalwart for Tennessee with that. So I think he certainly wanted to make his little impression as he left, and he got that done today. That's for sure.
Dr. Theo Jackson, he's keyed up for this game. Really proud of this team, the way they got to 7-5 after all of the loss, after all of the black cloud over the last 10 months. To have this group fight and claw and get to 7-5, get to a bowl game in his hometown, pretty proud deal for him.
Well, and I think that's the thing you're hearing from all the players that you spoke with, the offensive guys you talked to yesterday. I mean, you can tell this game means something. They're pretty locked in, and talking to some people, I mean, this is not a group that's had a bunch of curfew problems. This is not a group that's not been locked in. I think they want to leave this thing a certain way, and that's with a win. That's why I think this team is pretty amped up to play and pretty dialed in to play and ready to go, because I think they believe it is important to put a win as the final bow on this season.
Let's flip it to the end. Trayvon Flowers, he went through senior day, says he'll announce what he's going to do. It's so funny to me, all these kids are announcing.
Going to run it back? Is he going to run it back?
One guy, except for one or two guys that are kind of were head scratchers over the years. But normally it's marquee guys. But he's going to announce probably something in the next week. Looks like he will come back, but I guess you never know since he's not announced to this point.
No, you don't know. But I mean, I don't think he's in a situation from an NFL standpoint that makes a lot of sense for him. I mean, the matter is, does he want to play football again? Does he want to keep playing football? And does he want another year in the college game and those type of things? But I think the feeling from most is that he'll be back, and we'll offer some leadership. He's obviously got to play better than what he played this season. Both the Tennessee safeties do. I think this matchup is good for Tennessee safeties. Okay, Purdue doesn't run the ball real well. They're down multiple receivers. I think the one curiosity here is, how does Tim Banks handle that corner position? Do they trust Kamal Hadden in some one-on-one situations? Are they going to roll coverage over the top and help Hadden and Turnage and whoever is out there? I think that's the one intriguing part from a schematics with this defense, is kind of where's their trust level with that corner spot with Alontae Taylor out.
Well, I think you can trust him on first, second, and third down, but anything 4th and 24 or more, not sure about that one. One last note going out the door. Cade Mays not going to play in this bowl game. I know Josh Heupel he's not going to play. So don't expect him to play, and I would expect Cade to be moving on, as we've all thought all along, to the National Football League. I would expect some type of decision in the next week or so out of him. But again, that one definitely looks like it's leaning towards the NFL, but he will not play coming up on Thursday at 3 o'clock.
Which means Dane Davis may split some time with Jeremiah Crawford, because Crawford's the guy who's taken advantage of some of this extra bowl work and kind of getting caught up on some things he was behind on as a late arrival. So that's something to watch as well. Do they platoon that position with Cade not being there, or is it all Dane Davis? That's something to keep an eye on in this matchup.
Alongside Lewis Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the 2-minute drill.